Alright guys, I'm at the petrol station and we're going to go for the correct type of fuel now. I'll show you. There's E10 and E5 and we're going to go for the E5, which is the lower ethanol content. So we'll fill up the car and the cans. Okay, so I've gone for this much, £55, and it's a £1.62.9 a litre. Second one up. This one, the light blue, unleaded 97. E5. Alright guys, we're at the next garden, and I'll just show you a few jobs we're going to do, and what it looks like at the end. Okay, so this is the garden, and all this row along here is lavender, and last time used the hedge cutters to take off all the dead heads. If you see here, this trellis, there's roses either side, so we need to eventually train them up and over. But they've been given a nice little prune at the end of last year, including roses there and there and there. And so we're just up to this bed where Steve's going to be pruning roses from here all the way, follow me, all the way along here where we're walking and seeing, and then going over into this sort of divider which divides the front garden there, well, the front part of the garden with the back garden, and this is where the allotment is. It's where we found a very old relic from the railways, and it's just up here, but you can see that in a previous video. But it's an allotment area where they've got a lot of berries going along there. There's a mutated one that we can show you at some point, and then it would be good to give this a hoe through. Some rhubarb over there, and oh, some lovely daffodils here, different colours on them. Little area of daffodils. There's a railway at the back there, and then this is the allotment. So berry bushes here in this area, and then this is the mutated plant, and it's a funny one. It changes throughout the year. It gets a lot more growth on it, but you can see it's kind of like a big strap. Not many leaves on it at the moment, but you can see the new buds forming, and it'll be full of growth. And what I'm interested to see this year is if it's going to fruit, and what that mutated fruit's going to look like. So that's going to be really interesting. And it's got 3 main stems going up where we've kept on older growth, and we'll have new growth coming through, so we've got the best chance at having some fruit come through. Oh wow, and there's some lovely crocuses that have come out, so I'll show you what oh, there's a leak. So that's a random leak that's survived the allotment, but we'll give that a tidy up at some point. Maybe not today. We want a dry day really to hoe through that, rake up all the weeds. But it's a beautiful day, thank God. And we'll show you what we've been doing a bit later. I'm just going to tidy through these 2 beds here in the courtyard, and this one. Give it a bit of a tidy up, and there's a Christmas tree we may plant somewhere in the garden. I'm not sure. I think that was due for disposal. We might put it in the ground, see what happens. Little robin down there following me around, quite close, probably about a metre or 2 away. And they're very tame in the UK because they follow the gardeners around. knowing they'll get some, oh yeah, I can see some little bugs it's going for. It's quite nice to have a little companion. These are. Oh, there's a train just going past, but I've planted the Christmas tree into the allotment area next to the rhubarb, so we'll see what happens with that. The roots aren't great, but we'll see. It's not too bad a time of year to plant it either. But Steve's been pruning these roses very nicely. Here's one that he's been through. So all through this left-hand side border now, we've pruned, cleared out all the old stuff, and it's ready to roll for the next year and grow. And then all along this near back border, looking good as well. So it's just getting toward the end of this sort of row of roses, and then we can start on the other side where they look a bit more like dog roses, and they're taking over a bit. And I'll show you the bits I've done. Okay, so this is one of the borders, just taking out all the dead material, giving it a bit of a fluff with the fork. And this is the other side as well, so nice and neat. We'll have to have a think about what to do with all that growth above it. There's a lot of ivy, and there's a honeysuckle, and then some other stuff. Oh god, and a huge black ash tree, but that's next door's problem. And that's it, on to the next one. Alright guys, we're at the next garden, and a bit of a tidy up to do. I'll show you what we've got. So, a bit of debris on the driveway, and it's this one we did a couple of weeks ago, where we did the whole border with a hoe and then raked it through. But lots of debris falling. Yeah, there was a bit of wind recently. We'll clear all this up, we'll move into the back garden, and then I think I'd quite like to get onto this border. I think we can probably leave the lawns for now. There's a lot of moss in these ones. Oh, and the customer says he wants us to cut that back wall because it's coming right over into the garden. So we can, yeah, we can chop that back. They're quite thin-ish, these branches. I'll just show you where they go to. You can see, go this side for the sun. So they come out to here, you can see it. But the garden does start all the way back down here, so that's quite a big chop to do. It's one of those where a chainsaw would probably come in useful, but we'll see. I'll save up for one. And, yeah, see, they come all the way out here. Maybe that's something to do today. We'll have a think. Alright, there's a hell of a mess to clear up here, loads of long sticks. So I've got the scratchy rake. So just filling up the second bin, and yeah, the garden line comes right down to here, and we've taken out all the sticks for where I can reach. There's a few above us, but we'll see what the customer thinks of that. I just wanted to show you down here, see that bright light opening? That is clearly somewhere where foxes and probably even badgers come in, and this bottom bit has always been well mulched. We've always blown all the leaves to the back of the lawn here, so it's just full of sticks and mulch, and so I think it's probably quite rich pickings for bug life for the badgers and maybe even the foxes. Okay, I'll show you out the front. Okay, here's Steve coming out of the bin and swept all around this area. In fact, he swept the entire front. It's a big driveway, and then blew any loose debris, bits that we couldn't sweep up by hand, out. And looking good. We'll be back here doing some more border work and start some mowing soon. Alright guys, in the next garden, just a quick mow, blow and go we call it. A bit of a tidy up. Let's have a look. So helps to have a mow to bring up some of the debris off the grass, and it is long in places. I'll put it down to the ground so you can see. And then there's another terrace up here. So a nice little tidy up to start the year, and we'll pull up all these messy looking things. And it'll be ready hopefully to scarify next time. It'll be good to scarify this one. There's a lot of moss in this area, a lot of moss. There we go, Steve started. Blaze! Yeah, you go. Alright guys, we're back at this garden. We've finally got our mower working, so we're going to mow this grass for the first time this year, and I'll show you what it looks like, what we're up to. Just halfway through the backyard now, but I thought I'd show you what it looks like sort of halfway through, and then what it looks like when it's finished. We'll do the edging. So some pretty fluffy edges. Just weeding through the edge of the front lawn here. I've edged this side bit and then pulling out these weeds. Okay, so I've been along here and edged it and taken all the weeds out of this side and the main bit. There's still some on the right side to go, but that's the edging. And we've gone round here, and there's a bit of funny business happening around here, but I've I've edged up this side as well. And just speaking to the neighbour earlier, and they were being quite specific, asking me just to mow down the middle and not go onto their side, which I normally just mow this whole bit, so it just leaves them that bit to mow. But I thought I was doing them a favour, but it seems I was annoying them. That's the front lawn, so I'm just going to edge this side bit now. But I have to hand edge this bit on the stones, because if you use a strimmer you're going to smash windows. But I can use the strimmer on this side now and get into the back and show you what it all looks like. Okay, so we've finished off the edging in the back and mown the lawn, so nice sharp edges. You need to give the trench around it a bit of a weed and a tidy up, and then we've done the front, so other bits and pieces as well here today, but we'll see you at the next one. Back in this garden, it's the terraced garden, where I was trimming a hedge around a lamppost. Check this out, I don't know if you can see that, but this is a waterlogged lawn, so we decided not to mow it today again. We're desperate to get the first cut in, because it is quite long, but equally we can wait another 2 weeks. But Steve's starting on this rose, and I just wanted to show you it because it's a big one. It goes all the way up there, and quite a lot going on, so we'll show you that when it's finished. But I'll take you round with me, and some nice daffodils here, look. Take you around the side with me and clear up that mess we left, because we ran out of bin room last time. Okay, got a bin, a tub and a scratchy rake, so we'll get all this out from here. And it's raining a little bit, so I'll put the camera away, show you what it looks like at the end. Okay, we've filled up the bin. I did have to perform the manoeuvre, but there was a lamppost to hold on to, and that's all the waste where we stored it last time. So nice and clear, giving everything another rake, and then on to the next bit. Some nice daffodils there. I've just been picking some leaves out of this border, and I'll show you what Steve's been doing with this rose. So nice and neat now. Remember, it was getting all the way up there, so ready to roll for another year. I've obviously been doing other bits and pieces in the garden, but can't show you everything. But those are the highlights from today. Alright guys, so we're just doing the first scarify of the year. I left my normal camera at home, but we're on the Cobra. I'll flip you around and we'll have a look. Okay, we're on the petrol driven Cobra scarifier, and this is what the garden looks like. We've gone up and down in straight lines, and then we'll cut across with the dethatcher, with the blade attachment, and you can see the sort of marks it makes in the soil, and there's plenty of moss to rake up. Okay, so we're making piles, and you can see where it's been crisscrossed with the scarifier. You can forgive the quality of video, but getting there. Alright, there we go. So we're raking up the piles of the moss. I've given the lens a clean so we can see it a bit better. And you can see the crisscross of where the scarifier went, and it's looking very good. And we'll give it a bit of a mow to pick up the last bits, and show you what it looks like at the end. Alright, there it is. We've given it a bit of a mow, and we've pulled up a ton of moss, so we'll keep you up to date with this as we go through the season. On to the next one.